so there are some trees over here, over by the lake, the statue. There's just so many trees. I don't know how which one.
Hey, Caitlin. What's the matter? What's going on?
I'm trying to find my family tree, but there's just so many to look at. So can you please help? Please.
Your family tree? But...
Yeah, but you promised to help me, right? Help me find it. It's important.
Sure, but what does that actually mean?
Do you pinky promise?
Yes.
Do you super pinky promise?
Okay.
Raise your right hand and super pinky promise. Cross your heart. You will give me all your cookies if you don't. Promise.
Okay, I promise that if you promise it'll be fun, we'll do whatever it is you're doing.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Caitlin, wait. We have to tell them our bottom line.
Oh, can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the new bottom line is God keeps his promises. Now let's go.
Welcome to Whip It Up. I'm your host, Unique Monique, and today parents and kids are going to team up to compete against parents and kids at their cooking challenge. Today they're going to compete to win the golden spatula, and they're going to have to impress my co-host, the world-renowned kid chef, Luca Dossi.
Let's get this party started and meet our teams.
We're the cake queens.
Names?
I'm Kristen Palinka.
And I'm Emery Palinka.
Awesome.
A lot of confidence.
Awesome. We have over here.
Hi, I'm Melissa. And I'm Molly. And we're Sugar and Spice.
Awesome. Today they're going to be competing in sweet treats. The challenge today is they're going to have to build the coolest, the sweetest cake that they can using every single ingredient. But there's a special ingredient they're going to have to use. Are you guys ready to hear what that is? Mangoes. You guys have to use mangoes in your cake in order to have it qualify.
Ready, set, mango! So how's it going, team?
We're doing good over here, but we are not really doing a good job of coordinating our efforts at this point. We're just trying to go fast. So I think that we need to have a better vision of where we're headed.
Looks
Right
pretty
now, we don't have a
exotic.
vision.
We have to go.
Luca, I'll have to ask, who do you think has the most exotic cake using those mangoes? Have we seen it happen yet?
Really?
Well, I don't think chocolate goes very well with mango.
You don't think
the colorful will take the win.
The colorful one will take the win. He's already placing his choice.
I'm already almost there.
But they have to add the special ingredient mangoes, so we got to keep an eye for that.
Mangoes.
Mangoes.
Don't add mangoes, you're automatically out.
You don't add the mangoes, you're automatically out. Let's take more of a look. Come on.
Let's go.
This is actually pretty incredible. The effort, the heart, the passion that you guys put into these cakes. Luca, our chef, who do you think wins?
Gotta see.
Look at the artful use of mango here in the center of our cake.
Oh,
there's so much mango on this madness. This is
I
the
gotta
official
give
mango madness.
exotic taste and taking care of it. The winner. Sweet and spice.
Sugar and Spice takes it home. Good job.
Join us next week for our next episode of
Whip It Up.
Up.
God had chosen David to be the next king of Israel. King Saul had died, and God gave his people a time of peace. David lived in a beautiful palace in the city of Jerusalem. David brought the ark of the Lord to Jerusalem and set it inside a tent he had pitched for it. One day, David was talking with Nathan the prophet. David said, "I live in a palace of nice cedar wood, but the ark of God sits inside a tent." It hardly seemed fair. Shouldn't God have a nicer house than I do? David wanted to build a temple for the ark of God. Nathan said, "God is with you. Do what you want." But God did not want David to do whatever he wanted. God wanted David to do what God wanted. That night, God gave Nathan a message for David. This is what God told Nathan to say. "David, are you going to build a house for me to live in? I brought my people out of Egypt. I gave them leaders to guide them. The entire time I have been with them, my house has been a tent. Did I ever ask anyone to build a temple for me? You used to be a shepherd, David, but I made you a king. I helped you defeat your enemies, and my people now live peacefully in their own land. I promise you, David, that you and your descendants will be kings. When you die, one of your sons will be king. He will be a strong king, and no one will be able to take his kingdom away from him. He will build a house for me. I will love him, and I will never leave him. When your son dies, his son will be king. Someone in your family will be king forever." Nathan told David everything that God said. David went into the tabernacle. He sat down and prayed, "God, I don't deserve anything you've done for me, and you promised to do so much more. You are so great. There is no one like you. You chose the Israelites to be your own people. You rescued them from slavery in Egypt. God, please keep your promises. I know your words are always true." God promised David that future kings of Israel would come from David's family, and David's kingdom would last forever. God kept his promise by sending his son Jesus as one of David's descendants. Jesus is our king who will rule over God's people forever.
Hey, any luck finding a family tree?
I'm not sure. I looked all over, and I saw a really tall one like my grandpa, and then a really short one like my aunt. And then there was one that was over by the lake, and that was reminded me of my Uncle Bob who lives by a lake. And then there was one with long branches that reminded me that I didn't have a sister, but if I had a sister, it would be that tree. But I'm not sure I found my family tree. Wait, what were you reading? You were supposed to be helping me find my family tree.
Well, this is my family tree. See? These are my great-grandparents, these are my grandparents, my parents, and me and my brothers.
Oh, wait. But I thought we were looking for trees. Like a family tree. It's a tree.
Well, one person's family tree can look different from another, but a family tree isn't an actual tree. Yeah, see, so mine's written in this book. It's sort of like a chart that shows all the people in your family over many generations and their relationship to one another. Kind of like how I'm a descendant of my grandpa while you're a descendant of yours.
Oh, I see. So like how Jesus is a descendant of King David, because God promised David the future kings of Israel would come from David's family. And David's kingdom would last forever because of his strong family tree. And when God makes a promise, he will always do what he says, whether or not we do what we say. It is another way God shows his grace to us, giving us something good even when we don't deserve it.
That's right. God wanted David to know that he would strengthen and protect David's family as they led, by making a covenant with David that his kingdom would be strengthened and protected forever. God kept his promise by sending his son Jesus as one of David's descendants. Jesus is our king who will rule over God's people forever.
Right. A covenant, though, what is that?
A covenant is sort of like the pinky promise we made, only stronger. Kind of like a contract that will never be broken.
Cool. But then can we clear up one thing? Doesn't this tree look like my cousin Joe?
You guys ready? Here we go. There's a city that calls me by name. There's a city that calls me by name. Yes, as I run this race, I am cheered by the saints. There's a city that calls me by name. Again. There's a city that calls me by name. There's a city that calls me by name. Yes, as I run this race, I am cheered by the saints. There's a city that calls me by name. You guys ready? Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. It's my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go. Here we go. Everywhere I go, I go with you. Everywhere I go with you. There's a future that runs through my veins, right? There's a future that runs through my veins. And there's nothing on earth that can stand in the way, 'cause there's a future that runs through my veins. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, it's my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Everywhere I go with you. Everywhere I go with you. There's a spirit I cannot contain. Let me hear you, come on, sing it. There's a spirit I cannot contain. The same power that raised Jesus up from the grave. This same spirit I cannot contain. Here we go! Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, it's my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Yeah. Breath upon these bones, your fire in my soul. Your kingdom is my home, and I don't walk alone. Sing it again. Your breath upon these bones. Your fire in my soul. Your kingdom is my home all week long, and I don't walk alone. Here we go. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. Come on. So I won't be afraid. This my hope, come what may. Where I go with you. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. This my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Yeah. Everywhere I go with you. Everywhere I go with you. Yeah. Everywhere I go with you. Everywhere I go with you. Yeah. Everywhere I go with you. 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 Where I go with you. Yeah.
Well, today was a great day.
It sure was.
What was your favorite part?
Well, looking at all the trees, seeing your family tree, and of course, learning about Jesus.
Agreed. Fantastic. Well, join us next week for more amazing stories.
I can't wait.
Me too.
Is it next week yet?
No, not yet.
How about now?
It's still not next week.
Now?
Okay. No, we're good.
Now?
All done. Let's go.
No?
Yeah.